Hey guys, Matt from Soundrolling.com. I'm here at IBC 2018.
A background, because usually we all know that sound is responsible for timecode and sync. Still, I mean, you put it on camera, so it's a camera accessory. It's just brought in by the sound department.
And now with the metadata of like cooked lenses and stuff, you can kind of say that maybe it's even more better.
Exactly. We slowly started to make camera department or the visual department being aware that the Lockit is mainly actually also a tool for them. So still it is brought in by sound. It is an additional box on the camera, requires cables, power, and readjusting, rebalancing the rig. So not very appreciated as we all know. So we thought, what can we do to change this a little bit? And contrary to last year where we put out a very small box, this year we put out a very large box, which is the PowerLockit. And the PowerLockit actually conceals a full-featured Master Lockit Plus in a power distribution system for cameras. It's completely camera agnostic and modular, so you can configure it to be ready for V-mount batteries, for Anton Bauer batteries, which are very popular in the States. It puts out all the powers that are very familiar, possibly not so much to our sound guys, but to the camera department. So we have the D-tap, we have 2-pin LEMOs, and we have RS. All of those outputs are regulated and processor controlled. So we have step-up, step-down converters that make sure that the battery level outputs like the D-tap and the 2-pin put out solid 14.8 volt power. The RS is specified as at 24 volts, and this is what we put out at 2 amps. We have a USB port to charge your phone if necessary, and also to extract metadata from the system.
Is this available now?
It is not available now. We introduced it in NAB. Actually, we showed the first prototype, working prototype, but we refined it all the way down. We plan to have it ready for IBC, but we learned so much about the requirements of camera actually, and also technical evolution doesn't stand still, unfortunately, fortunately, no matter how you put it. And the last design change we had to make to be ready and to accept the latest lens control systems on RED cameras, because if you ever have tried to put timecode on a RED camera on a film set, you find the sync port is usually occupied by the lens control system to remote roll the camera. So we duplicated that port that we can have timecode into the camera without blocking that port. That was easy, but now C-Motion came out with a very compact lens control system, the C-Force Mini RF, and it occupies the metadata port, so we had to duplicate that too. And even more, we had to insert and extract data all the way while the lens control system is occupying that metadata port. Speaking of ports, what we took from the Nano Lockit is the simplicity of operation. So we already have that full jam that makes sure that the frame rate is integer and homogeneous all across the set. This one doesn't only do timecode, it also does genlock. But each camera has its dedicated requirements when it comes to genlock. So one type of camera will require 1080p, one camera will require 1080i, and you got to read through your manual to know the exact requirements of the camera. So what we came up with is, on the timecode side, you will see it looks like a Nano Lockit and it behaves so you can, for the first time, you can jam other cameras by pressing the green button. So even the camera department can now take care. They're ready to go and sync up frame accurate. Of course, it also accepts sync from a sound card via ACN, so you don't need to go there, bother the cameraman. He just has his box and his rig set up, and you jam it remotely from your card. And with the breakout cable, we configure the box. So the box knows exactly by attaching the adequate cable for the camera, because each camera has a different power connector, a different sync connector, so we know exactly by having the right breakout cable set for the camera, which camera the unit goes to. So here we see it on a red, and the breakout is marked red. It will ignite the red LED, which is indicating we're putting out 1080p, which is what the red requires. On a Sony, we would have a green breakout cable with all
So this is the P and the I like progressive and interlaced?
Exactly.
There we go, okay.
I mean, you still have the web interface in there, so you can do everything. You can override anything if you're an avid, sophisticated user, but for the average camera guy, so you just plug in your cable and you're ready to go.
That is pretty incredible.
It's got the same backup battery as the Master Lockit, but if you don't use the metadata engine, the power consuming computer is not running. So, which means that backup battery can keep the timecode alive for 3 days or something like that. So, and it comes on the moment you apply power. So there's hardly anything you can do wrong when it comes to timecode and sync.
Press the button and
yeah.
wait for it to go green, right? Or red, obviously.
Yeah, or red.
Yeah.
Green. The timecode will go green, and depending on the camera, the sync may go red or green. So
amazing. And so this is made, so the kind of breakout cables you have are for the ARRI, for the
exactly. So
weapons,
for each,
for the
yeah, I mean,
Sony, for the, okay.
Right. Basically, what we see is, I mean, this is a sophisticated box, and we see it on the high-profile camera. So basically, it boils down to ARRI, Red, Sony Venice, Sony F55, 65, and this and that. So also, it is prepared for various available rod mount solutions. It can go directly on the camera because we have a V-mount adaptation as well. So we show that over there.
Okay, yeah.
So which reduces the cable clutter even more.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.